Hey, 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 good morning, people. We are coming to you live out of Tampa Bay, Florida, with a very, very important update for a lot of you folks. Um, this is one hell of a crazy show. That's all I can go ahead and tell you. You guys going to go ahead and have to please tune in. I would like to take everybody's chat deals. So please, to avoid my dragging in resources, I would like you to go ahead and come to the Spreaker page if you have that ability or opportunity. There'll be a little red bubble in the bottom of that page, and you can go ahead and chat with me there. I'm going to go ahead and drop a quick hello so y'all can see the little red bubble. If you do have anything that you want to say to me, I can address those directly through the Spreaker platform. Not so sure how long I will be able to broadcast. If this transmission does get cut for any reason, you will know why. A lot of these websites are being shut down, links are being shut down, and the media is being 100% fully censored. And on what you're going to ask, I'm going to tell you. First of all, I want to get to a couple important things. Anybody that's listening to this broadcast, I would love for you to add me over at Facebook at Armor Entertainment, add me over at Twitter at Armor Radio. Just Google me and add me, period, point blank, okay? So please, once again, there will be a little red chat bubble at the bottom of your Spreaker page if you are on the actual computer side of this from your phones. Folks, I do not know. I frankly have not brought the application up. There's not much that I do away from the house. So that just kind of sits as it is. Listen, DJ Win, your host, once again. A lot of you guys know that I'm one that's just going to tell you exactly how it is. This was sent over to me, and it's just kind of crazy. I guess is what's really going on. Um, Hang on here. I'm gonna dump a couple things into my Facebook page and have all of you guys share this completely all over the place. And then we're gonna get as many people in here and involved as we can. Um, Excuse me, folks, and just trying to type and chat and look at everything else as well. So please forgive me. Um, Okay, now that I have everything, as most of you folks know currently right now, and some of you are not aware, martial law has begun up in Brooklyn. Mayor Bloomberg is also defending a shoot to kill right up there. Um, all of the protesters from Occupy, please watch yourself, okay? These New York cops are not playing around. They do not care. And frankly, they have not a problem with beating your skull in and just kind of leaving you for dead. Because after we all know, there is a thing called a freedom zone on one area, and then a portion of the Flatbush area is also known as another frozen zone. So what does frozen zone means? I'm going to go ahead and explain that to you. The media, a lot of the people, they will be arrested, okay, if you go ahead and cross that line. This basically means that the area is under a temporary martial law. And this was all signed during the 9/11 deals, okay? Um, I don't think that this is right, number one. This was a great big peaceful, okay, what it actually started out to be was a peaceful venue, everybody getting by and not really going too much into a lot of details because every single website I am pulling up right now is being brought down to the floor. Um, This one. Okay, I'm trying to. These things are popping in so quick. NYPD is completely out of control again. Martial law declared for peaceful assembly. Flatbush frozen zone. Media is not allowed. People can go ahead and be subject to arrest. 50 people arrested as a third day of protests continue for the slain Brooklyn teen. Kimani Gray. Please, folks, if I pronounce the kid's name wrong, I do apologize, but it is what it is. I have a lot of stuff to go through. Let me see here. What is the next one? Third straight day of protesters in Brooklyn gathered to call action for the New York Police Department and the shooting death of a 16-year-old the teen, Mr. Gray. This has not started out to be a riot. It was a peaceful protest. There are a couple people over at Twitter. 57UN says 46 arrested. Why? Maybe if cops didn't want protest, they should stop murdering innocent people. Let me see. On and on and on. Let me see the next one here. These are coming in literally so quick. By the time I'm clicking on them, they are just being shut down just as quick. We the People is reporting Brooklyn. All right, here, let's go to something else here. This is just in as of about 13 minutes ago. On the heels of 3 nights of protest over the police slaying of the 16-year-old individual, NYPD has turned the East Flatbush neighborhood of Brooklyn into a state of exception, claiming emergency powers to suspend the constitutional guarantees of the citizens. The people regularly targeted by police harassment and violence, overwhelming the city's poor and minority populations, have taken to the streets to speak out against NYPD's tactics. The people have turned and responded with harsh measures by suppressing the right of the people to voice their dissatisfaction. Now, as many of you guys know, that martial law bill was already signed before, and it is going to continue to go ahead and happen. So, at this point, anybody that's over there on my Facebook page, once again, I wanted to have everybody share this that is seeing this on my page. I want to go ahead and have as many listeners over here as I possibly can. I will try and pop into the chat every 10 minutes just to kind of go through everything. I'm also getting a large, plenty amount of text over here onto the station website. So, folks, please bear with me. I apologize. Let me hit a couple of these. Okay. 2191. This is for you to answer your questions. I am not exactly sure. Please just Google the martial law in Brooklyn. Every single website from Agnes, holy Jesus, before it's news, We the People. There are just so many of these websites that are popping up, and everything is being copied. So what I can tell you, folks, is that if you do see this, okay, please copy it, okay, right-click it, save it to a file, save it to your notepad, and then please begin to repost. For those of you folks anywhere else, up in the D, Los Angeles, those of you down there in Miami, any of the major cities, Chicago, Minneapolis, St. Paul, Houston, Dallas, you folks start noticing this, please get this out to us ASAP. Not only myself, but Mainframe Media. There's a lot of folks that do not want to go ahead and cover this in fear for their life, rights, and everything else. Now, what I will tell everybody publicly as well, all of you, every single one of you, know that I post like a madman on steroids, okay? There are 3 individuals currently, right now, as we speak, okay, that have all of my digits. If for some reason everybody already knows I work 100 hours minimum per week, okay? And that's just what we do. We do it for y'all, and it's my job, okay? I do not lead a personal life, so I never go anywhere. And when I do, I have my laptop and my cells with me, okay? Um, so with that being said, for some odd apparent reason, other than between the hours of 1 to 2 a.m. to about 4 a.m., when it's really kind of like my only amount of time that I'm able to sleep. Um, yeah, if you see me not posting for 2 or 3 hours, there's definitely a problem. All of you know that I also disappear for about 5 to 10 minutes in the morning and in the afternoon to go ahead and pick up my son. So if this is noticed, okay, please start tagging me in your post. This will mean that now myself has become a possible statistic of whatever the hell is going on, and I want to be able to keep in contact with a lot of you. Thank you to everyone that is currently coming in and getting involved into our personal digits and our personal texting numbers. Thank you. We appreciate the help. I appreciate it. Knowing what I do and how big of a mouth that I have on certain occasions. Thank you. Okay. To last 4 digits, 6128. Yeah. Hey, I appreciate the offer. And I can, I will go ahead and connect with you directly after the show, just to go ahead and verify a couple other things. All of my phones are non-GPSed. I have old style and I have new style. And fortunately for me, I have a very large technical background skill. So everybody out there that is listening as well, I got a little bit something to tell you about that before I get back to this martial law deal. You all know that with the smartphone capability, iPhone and Android, okay, if individuals want to do this, all right, I'm going to let you in on secrets that probably some of you know, but a vast majority of you do not know. Your smartphone is actually able to be opened up and completely take a photo, pictures of wherever you are. I don't care if your phone is in the off position, and you just got to slide your little slide bar over to the side to go ahead and use it, okay? It's got a computer chip in it, folks. Everything runs and is able to be gotten through. And the reason I know this is because I have tested it with my own smartphones. So for the ones of you that think this is not true, please go ahead and Google that. The only sheer way for your internal GPS system to completely be shut down is your battery must be removed, okay? I didn't say take your phone and turn it off. Your battery must be removed. That is the only surefire way that nobody can go ahead and access the internal side of your computer. So, if you are heading somewhere that you do not want to be found, just by turning off your GPS system, you think that that works. That does not work, okay? Ask any other technical individual out there. It's not true. Pop your battery. When you are done being at wherever location that you are at, go ahead, repop your battery back in. Use your phone as normal, okay? For those of you with prepaid cell phones, all right, a lot of us with the old style phones. Now, I have 3 of those, okay? 2 of those are so old, I am lucky they even barely work. But, and those are my backup phones. And those are the phones that are 100% completely non-trackable unless I use them, okay? But the big benefit for me is I run multiple SIM cards. So, with that being said, somebody can bounce me off of a tower and bounce me off of a repeater, and the beautiful benefit of that is that, basically I pop my battery back out and I pop a brand new SIM card back in and I'm fresh again, okay? And that is because of some of the broadcasting that I do. Unfortunately, with all media being censored, I don't feel that that is proper, okay? Now, the FCC is actually going to get involved. I don't know how many mainframe TV stations are going to start covering this. As I know of right now, Twitter feeds are going ballistically crazy, all right? I have told you this, folks, for months. Everything I post, I make sure is legit. Now, yes, there's a couple of things like a photo of dumb crap slide by me that obviously I don't have the time to check. Yeah, probably. But 90% out of the time, that's why I put in 130 to 140 hours a week, folks. Y'all do the math. There's only 167, roughly 168. I don't even know right now. During a 7-hour or 7-day time frame, that's the way it sits. I do this for all of you guys. That's why when you see me pop on your Facebook page and you're seeing me write, scam, do not click, this is not my benefit, folks. This is your benefit. I could care less. The only difference is I have a decent heart, and I'm trying to prevent all of you folks from getting scammed. For everybody else that knows anything about this martial law issue, and I know I've got peeps on the ground up there in Brooklyn. There is a friend of a friend of a friend, and I also have a friend that is on the line and had gotten head split open, okay? Unfortunately, the individual does not know whether this was done by NYPD, Brooklyn PD, or by a citizen. They just can't tell at this time. They hit the floor and knocked the fuck out. So I'm going to find out more later. There was actually video of this taken, so I will have that video later as well. It is not going to be transcribed to me through the net. This is coming via FedEx, so I can guarantee that it will hit my station. Why do I have it done like that? Plain and simple. A, to protect the people on the other side, and B, to protect myself. As we all know, during certain instances, video that is harmful and really goes against everything that they want you to know, I can get one way or another. I'm going to get it because I know there's enough people, there's enough security cameras, and I can probably tell you right now that there's enough people out there right now that are tapping all those security cameras as we speak, loading video off of them. There was a couple of video sites this morning that have already literally within minutes of me looking, I made a post on Facebook. 2 minutes later, I went back to the site, refreshed it, and the whole entire site was down. Okay? Not the links, the whole entire site. So, there are tech individuals from the higher ups that do not want this to go public, and hence why they are arresting everyone up there in that zone. Okay? I will ask anybody in the New York area, and I know I'm heavily connected up there. If you have this video, reach out to me. You guys all have my digits. You have emails, and you have a private email as well. Please utilize the private one. For anybody that's out there that also wants to chat with me after this show, Armor Radio on Skype. Okay? Armor Radio on Skype. A lot of you folks know that, transmissions back and forth are pretty crappy during some things. Skype is actually one of the safest platforms out there, okay? For any of my technology-skilled friends, please, you already know how to hit me up. If you have information, get a hold of me ASAP, and then I can go ahead and relay this to everybody down here and pretty much coast to coast, north and south. Everybody knows that the issues of North and South Korea, Iran, and I mean the list is just getting long and distinguished here, folks. We are fixing for the sequester. I told everybody else out there on Facebook as well, with all you folks that are sitting there on unemployment, okay, please be ready. If you do not have that letter from your State Department yet, you soon will. I got mine. No benefits here. Let me rephrase that. My benefits were not cut, but they were decreased. 10 point, and actually I made a mistake during the post on Facebook. I posted 10.3%. I went back just to clarify 30 seconds ago while I was grabbing a piece of paper and looking. It was 10.7%. So all in all, on a monthly basis, okay, I lost about $100 to $125 out of my benefits. And that number can rise. Now, we all know about the unclaimed tax issues that are currently sitting out there right now about the IRS, billions and billions of dollars. That may help us all in the end, but as we all know, we can't really, sit and hold our breath on that. We've been screwed for so long that this is just kind of long to hope for. Let's just put it that way, folks. I do believe that the majority of us that receive the unemployment benefits, some of you guys were not able to get the extensions. Some of you folks were actually ran out of benefits. So as we all know, when everybody comes by with that 7.2 and 8.3% unemployment rate, it's not. We are all well aware that Chicago proper, okay, and I'm from there, so I know this. Out of 3 million people in Chicagoland only, I didn't say Illinois, Chicago, okay, that unemployment rate is over 12%. So when you take that mixed in with the amount of people that are homeless, cannot claim unemployment, do not have any unemployment left, and then just the people that frankly don't even have a car to get down and file, all these numbers are a joke, okay? Let's go ahead and start counting some real numbers out here, and we'll go ahead and put out the real unemployment numbers. And I know sure as I'm sitting here, and I'll stake my name at it, unemployment nationwide sits at 15+%, okay? Florida is one of the worst states for employment as we speak. Why? Because our local dimwits don't deem it necessary to start up jobs. They feel it necessarily to start up, big, tourist attractions that they're going to waste our money on anyway. So, when I see towns such as Brooksville flooded with homeless people and kids walking around really with their hands out looking for food and money, I can't help but to not say that our unemployment level is that high, okay? And some of these folks, I know I spoke of it the other day with an individual on the phone, some of these folks actually do not have a choice. They can't get food stamps because they have no residence. They can't get this because they don't have that. And it is a violent, vicious circle. I can tell you right now, I've got what is it called? Child support issues. And I have been waiting for over a year for the state of Florida to go after the mother. my ex-wife walked out on us, and and now I just kick back, and I have come to the conclusion that the state of Florida is a joke. I've heard so many horror stories of people waiting up to 3 years for something that actually just takes a phone call to go ahead and get accomplished. But unfortunately, you have a lot of minimum wage paid individuals that know that they work for a city or a county government, and they don't care about you. That's why when you walk into their office, they sit there picking their nose, or they're talking to all their coworkers or on their cell phone versus doing their actual job. And by the way, just before I go ahead and I've got about 5 minutes left, I also want to give a quick shout out to Spring Hill Regional Hospital. We were contacted this morning by an individual locally who is a listener of ours. Did not actually know where to go to first, and I'm pretty thankful that she came to us. She has a thyroid issue. For you folks that don't know really what that does, it regulates your entire body. Okay, without thyroid itself, your body is completely out of whack from your everyday thinking, your motor skills. I mean, it's a detriment to life. So those of you that have had your thyroid removed also know that you have to be on medication for the rest of your life to regulate your body. When you are not on that medication, your thyroid level internally drops so substantially, there's what's called a thyroid firestorm. Now, what that does is I have seen 3 people that have had this, and let me tell you, folks, this is not fun. I've watched somebody literally drop into a coma in the middle of a grocery store because the levels were so low. I've personally been involved with family members, brothers and sisters that have had the same thing, and it's not cool to really watch them go through this. And this individual right now had reiterated to me as of this morning, she has been almost 30 days without medication because she cannot afford to go in. Every local doctor's office is trying to rape her for every penny they can get, and nobody will give her the meds. She went to Spring Hill Regional, directly into the emergency room, went ahead and sat down, did her admit thing, and the doctor had the balls to go up to her and ask her, "Hey, why are you here today?" And she went ahead and told him, X, Y, Z, the money situation. I'm starting to feel the effects of my own firestorm. Okay? Now, when an individual can feel this, you already know it's there. Okay? And almost now, it will be almost soon to be too late. That's the problem. So, the doctor went ahead and presumed to tell her, well, you know what? We're not a doctor's office. And she said, well, I can pass out and go into a coma if my levels don't come up. And the doctor had the balls to go ahead and tell this lady, well, you know what? Drop dead into a coma, and then we will go ahead and treat you. Now, to the doctor over there at Spring Hill Hospital that told her this, I bet you she was you never thought she was going to go ahead and contact the media, did you? To the hospital admin, I bet you were never thought you were going to hear my voice either. To the rest of the admin and the doctor, just so you're aware of, I have passed this over to every television and radio media in the state of Florida. So please, not only expect myself, but expect other media going to show up as well. You will treat this lady. Okay, and I will see to it, all right? Or else, well, once she goes ahead and comes into a coma, I guarantee you we're going to be there to broadcast that as well. So my advice to Spring Hill Regional, if you get a phone call from the lady again, please allow her to come in there and get the help that she needs. As we all know, this is a matter of a life and death situation, and I don't deem it upon you folks to take someone else's life and play with it in your hands. because you didn't want to go ahead and write her a prescription, not even a narcotic. It's a natural medicine out there. All it is pig ears, folks. Look it up. End of my broadcast. They're fixing to cut me soon here. I got about 30 or 40 seconds. Add me over there at Armor Radio on Twitter. Add me at Armor Entertainment on Facebook. Google me, add me, and get a hold of me, folks. DJ Win. I'm loud, I'm proud, and you can hear me knocking. But I'm not going to wait for the door to open. I'm going to kick it in and tell you hello after I enter. Take care. Been another great show.